Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube and Opera channel on LELB Society. I'm Dr. Hariri and I'm here to teach you an English vocabulary lesson on the basis of business terms. So in this lesson I'm going to teach you some technical terms that can improve your English for business. Okay, so in order to have more information, you can visit my website at lelb.net. This is the domain, which is so easy. LELB Society at lelb.net. Okay, there are so many examples and technical terms, flashcards in this lesson, so you can just bring your notebook and start taking notes, and also the video is going to be there, so you can always refer to that and play it, stop that, take notes, and improve your English in the best way ever. Okay, so the first item, the title, as you can see here, is English in the workplace. English for business, LELB Society. Okay. So the first item or vocabulary item is flat out. And flat out means extremely busy and fast. As busy as a beaver. So it's an idiom. When you're as busy as a beaver, it means that you are so busy. You are preoccupied. Let me just preoccupied. Okay. So you're so busy. Beaver is an animal that makes dams. Okay, and this animal is so busy, always just bringing some timbers, cutting down trees and using the timbers and just trunks of trees in order to make or build dams. Okay, so the example: the company staff are working flat out to keep up with the heavy demands of the customers. So these sentences that you can see here are original. I have created them. You cannot find them in any other places. So the company staff are, pay attention to this point. Why not is? Because staff is a plural noun. So staff and also personnel. So these, although they are singular, and they seem to be at first glance, they do require you to use a plural verb for them in terms of agreement. So we say staff are. Okay. Are working flat out, so busy to keep up with the heavy demands or requests of the customers or client. For customer, you can say client. Okay. So the next item is train of thought or track of thought. And it means a sequence of ideas or thoughts that are interconnected. For instance, you are thinking about something non-stop, so you are in your actually in the track of thought, in your track of thought or train of thought, and actually if it is disrupted or interrupted, so you lose your concentration. So let's see how this could happen. My train of thought was disrupted due to the presence of the noisy children. Due to means as a result of or because of. Okay, so my train of thought or track of thought was disrupted or interrupted, let's say. Okay, due to the presence of noisy or playful children. Playful or noisy children. Okay. The next item is get back on track. Get back on track means to return to a normal situation after a period of being unproductive. For example, all the words and items here have something to do with business terms or technical terms or terminologies that occur in the workplace. So to return to a normal situation after a period of being unproductive, for example, for some time you just fool around and you are not being productive, but after a while, you come back or return to your normal situation, and it means that you have got back on track. Example: for a complete week I couldn't manage to be productive at work. Remember, this appears in a hyperlink, because if you just click on at work on LELB Society, you will see more examples of the same technical terms, But I promise to get back on track and compensate for it. So when you compensate for something, it means that you make up for it. Compensate for means make up for. You try to just cover something up. So in order to show that you can improve a situation. So for a complete week, I couldn't manage to be productive at work, but I promised to. Pay attention, the structure is promise to do something. We don't say promise doing something, promise to do something. To get back on track and compensate for it. Okay, off track. Off track means in the wrong path, at fault, mistaken, unproductive. So at first I was actually off track, and then I promised myself to get back on track. So I can put it in this way. The chief executive warned us that we were getting off track. He said, shape up or ship out. Chief executive means CEO. CEO. Chief executive officer. It means manager, boss, director, or chief executive. Okay? So he was in authority and he warned us or threatened us. That we were getting off track, we were just being unproductive, and he said, hey, shape up or ship out. This is an idiom. It means, let me just, shape up or ship out means correct your attitude or behavior. Correct your attitude or behavior, otherwise you should leave a job position or any other places. So when your boss actually tells you or says to you that you need to shape up or ship out, it means that he or she is warning you. You need to just get back on track, otherwise you will be fired. You will be fired. Okay. To bank on somebody or something. To bank on. It's an idiom, and it means to count on something happening or someone doing something. Depend on, rely on, or upon, also you can say. So, if I were in your shoes, I would never bank on that business strategy. If I were in your shoes. Conditional sentence type 2. Do not let this were fool you, because the real tense of this sentence, actually the time of that is present, not past. It's an unrealistic situation. That's why we use were or was. Okay. So if I were in your shoes, if I were in your position, or you could say also if I was, but if I were is even better because it shows that it's really unrealistic. I would never bank on that business strategy. It means I would not count on that business strategy. And also business strategy is a good, or makes a good collocation. Okay, it means they come together. Okay. Brush up on. Brush up on something. It means to review or revise. Let me see if you can revise. Revise means to update, to review something in order to improve it. And update a strategy. Refine also. You know, the flashcards are really huge and I have zoomed in. That's why you cannot see them. Go over, review, and renew. So, brush up on something. The insurance policies seem to be rather problematic. Policies or strategies, I think they need to brush up on them. They refers to actually here those insurance owners or managers, or actually those who are in charge. Their insurance policies seem to be rather problematic, at fault or mistaken, and I think they need to brush up on them. So those who are in charge need to just improve the business strategies about their insurance company. Okay. Bring something to the table. Bring something to the table. And remember, on LELB Society, if you just click on each word, okay, the machine or our website will read that part to you, so you can improve your your listening and also listening comprehension, pronunciation. And if you just click on any word 3 times, the whole paragraph actually is selected. So let me just play that to you. Yeah. Okay, so this is a good technique in order to practice your listening comprehension and actually even pronunciation, because the machine will read that part to you accurately. Okay, so bring something to the table means to be able to use something valuable in the right place. So to use something properly and appropriately in the right place. As a shrewd means smart, intelligent and wise. Real estate broker means exchanger. Let me write it down. Broker, exchanger, dealer. Shrewd is wise. Okay. He perfectly knows how to bring his years of experience to the table. So he is a wise person and also a real estate agent and broker. Therefore, he perfectly means greatly knows how to use his years of experience. Pay attention to this collocation, to the table. So we can use his experience and expertise, okay, or even competence perfectly in the workplace. Bring up means to mention something or raise a topic in a meeting, propose doing something. So to propose. Bring up, propose. And yeah. So after a long period of absolute silence, the foreman eventually brought up a practical plan. So after a long period, pay attention, these are some collocations. Absolute silence means complete silence. The foreman, It refers to generally worker who is in charge of the other workers. Okay. Eventually means finally. Finally brought up a practical plan. Actually a plan that was just not theoretical but practical. It means something that is in practice. We can just do that. We can implement it. So after a long period of time, absolute silence, the foreman eventually brought up a practical plan. Okay, it's clear. So turn down. Turn down means to reject a plan or suggestion. Suggestion American, suggestion British. Disapprove, disallow. So to reject something, okay? And to just show your thumbs down, okay? Vote against. Also you could say vote against, okay? Or even veto. Veto. Okay. So they insisted on signing the contract, yet I had to turn it down because I was from Missouri. So they insisted on. It means they just wanted to, and they show their insistence or persisted in. You can say also persist in, insist on. Signing the contract. Okay, it's a good collocation, very important when it comes to actually vocabulary for business English. Sign a contract, they just sign it in order to show an agreement, yet I had to turn it down. I had to show my opposition to that because I was from Missouri. It's an idiom. When you are from Missouri, it means that say I'm from Missouri, it means I'm doubtful, okay, or skeptical, okay. So wing it means actually to do something without planning or preparation, and improvise or extemporize. So when you do something unplanned, it means you wing it. So we don't have time for making any plan this week. We ought to wing it this time. We don't have time for making any plan. Making a plan actually is another collocation. So we ought to. Ought to means should. Ought to means should. Okay. It means used to express something that you expect will happen. So we ought to wing it this time. We have to improvise it. Let me say improvise something. Or another idiom for that is play it by ear. Play it by ear means improvise. Okay, and the last item is off the cuff. Off the cuff means delivered spontaneously or without preparation or notes. Improvised or impromptu. Impromptu means improvised. I lost my notes on the way, and now I have to make the speech completely off the cuff. So I was about to give a lecture or presentation, perhaps before a huge audience, and suddenly I lost my notes. I don't know where I just put them, and now I have to, it means it's a must, make the speech completely off the cuff. It means I should improvise it, play it by ear, wing it. Okay, so we come to the end of this unit, vocabulary. I really hope that you enjoyed that, and if you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Apparat, because there are many other videos just waiting for you. So just follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see the rest of the videos that I will be creating. Thank you so much for your attention, and till the next time, bye.